Hi, Leo Sun and Rising. Welcome to your February 2023 Astro Update. It's Raina here. So, you have a full moon in your sign, but in addition to that, there's a lot of energy in Aquarius. Specifically, the sun is in Aquarius for the first 2.5 weeks, and Mercury goes into Aquarius in the month of February, but also Saturn is finishing up its transit for the past few years in Aquarius. And as it nears that last degree, that critical 29th degree, all of these lessons can kind of crystallize. So don't be surprised if there is this intensification of your seventh house of committed partnership where Saturn has been transiting. And actually, let me just talk about that full moon in your sign, which is occurring on the second, the 5th of February. I was thinking of the second month, and it's at 16 degrees of Leo. And this is, whenever there's a full moon, it means that the sun is in opposition to the moon. So the sun is in the seventh house, and it's spotlighting, or it's kind of like showing this partner, if you have a partner at the time of this full moon, it's showing that partner, but the full moon is in your first house of the self. So it can be a time where you realize what your needs are, but it can also be a time if you have been doing something that is not in alignment with a healthy relationship, where you kind of have to admit to yourself that something needs to change. Full moons can bring some kind of completion. So you may be like letting go of an aspect of your behavior, but it can also be a realization of something along these lines. So don't be surprised if relationship issues come up at the beginning of February. And again, there's also the fact that Saturn is still in that area of the seventh house. On the 11th, Mercury goes into the seventh. Now, another thing about the seventh house, and I think I didn't include this when I was doing one of the other readings, is that it's the house of legal affairs. So Mercury here could be contracts. Now, some of you, because Saturn has been in this house, may be getting a divorce. Or if you've been cohabitating, you've been using a lawyer to make sure everything is divided up properly and people are getting what they should from the breakup. And of course, it could be something totally unrelated to partnership that just happens to be a legal matter. But Mercury can be going, that you're talking to someone in the legal field, like a lawyer as well. You could be talking to your partner, but I wouldn't be surprised if this was even a workplace situation, because Mercury went retrograde in your sixth house of work back beginning at the end of December, and is coming out of its shadow around this time, around this time when it goes into Mercury, a little bit before that, into Aquarius, a little bit before that. But this could be some situation where you've had to bring in human resources or some kind of mediator to resolve some workplace matter that you were trying to deal with maybe your management or the place of employment, and it has to be taken to the next level or something along those lines. on the 18th, the sun goes into Pisces, and this is your 8th house. This is a very deep area, but it's also related to money as it pertains to other people's money. So if there is some kind of shared resources with you and a spouse or a soon-to-be ex-spouse, then that could be shining a light into that. And then 2 days later on the 20th, there's a new moon at 1 degree of Pisces. But it's important to note that because it is at 1 degree of Pisces, for some of you, this may actually be your 7th house where this is actually going to occur. And then it will be at that time of the solar eclipse in Aries, that's at 0 degrees of Aries, March 20th, when you will see the trigger to the 8th house. But I'm just pretending that everybody has this new moon in the 8th, and this could be like some kind of new development as it pertains to other people's money. Some of you may be studying spiritual matters. You do have Neptune in this house, so it's already giving you this spiritual influence. But on the same day, Venus goes into Aries, which is a friendly angle to you, Leo. It's a trine, and it is coming from that 9th house. So if you I mean, this is like a little bit into left field, but if you're on vacation, if you're traveling, because 9th house can be long distance travel, you may meet someone from a foreign culture. I guess it could be, where you're at right now, somebody of a different race, a different culture that you are getting into. This can be money that comes from publishing, money for higher education, or for travel that you somehow manifest. It's actually, this is, I usually go on much longer, but this is not that eventful of a month because all the planets are direct. So we're not seeing the retrogrades that we were seeing before. So a lot of this is just, it's kind of a quiet month. February is a shorter month, but for you, it could be quite dramatic because you have a full moon in your own sign and then the Aquarius transits too. So that's what I have for you, Leo. I hope that this resonated. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Take care. Bye.